This is Breaking the Ice, and I have Patient X. Patient X is Elsa from Frozen. I am proposing that Elsa has major depressive disorder and has had it for many years. Elsa is a 21-year-old who has magical ice power. She has been told her entire life to conceal her true self, locking her away. She loses the relationship with her sister and loses her parents in a shipwreck. Elsa then is to become queen but loses her control on her powers and scares the entire kingdom. This leads her to run away and isolate herself in an ice castle all by herself. It is then up to her sister, whom she almost loses in the process, to save Elsa and the kingdom. DSM-5 criteria for major depressive disorder. They will need to have 5 or more of the following symptoms lasting at least 2 consecutive weeks to meet criteria. You need to be depressed most of the day, nearly every day. Loss of interest or pleasure in daily activities most of the day, nearly every day. Significant weight loss or weight gain. Decrease or increase in appetite. Insomnia nearly every day. Psychomotor agitation. This is fidgeting, rapid eye movements, not being able to sit still. Fatigue, loss of energy nearly every day. Feelings of worthlessness or excessive guilt nearly every day. The inability to concentrate or be indecisive nearly every day. And thoughts of suicide. Symptoms must cause significant distress and impairment in all areas of functioning. Symptoms are not onset due to substances. Symptoms are not onset due to another illness. And there has not been a manic or hypomanic episode. Elsa meets the following criteria. She is depressed nearly every day. Elsa has been isolated to her bedroom since she was 8 years old after accidentally hurting her sister Anna. She exerts feelings of being overly sad, empty, scared, and hopeless towards her powers and the inability to control them. It only worsens after her parents die at 18 and she is to be crowned at 21. Then there is diminished interest. Elsa used to have fun and play with her sister every day. They would build snowmen like Olaf and ice towers and play all different kinds of games until Anna was accidentally hurt by one of Elsa's ice blasts. After that, Elsa was confined to her room by her parents to protect her and her sister, where she would have nothing but meltdowns about her powers and the inability to control them. I propose that she has insomnia because she doesn't rest after her coronation and finding her true self. She runs away and isolates herself in an ice castle. In this ice castle, she cannot control her powers, leading to the kingdom getting frozen over and everybody freaking out. Her emotional turmoil keeps her up and going. Feelings of worthlessness. Elsa feels like she is not good enough to run her own kingdom and is better alone in her ice castle. She doesn't even think she's worthy of her sister. She fears she will be judged and feared for her powers, possibly casting her out. The inability to think or concentrate. In the beginning, Elsa cannot clear her mind before her coronation. Because of this, she eventually loses control of her powers with overthinking, freezing the whole kingdom. Same thing happens later in the movie after Anna finds Elsa. They were in an ice tower in the ice castle, and Anna was trying to get her sister to come help them with the frozen over kingdom, and Elsa cannot concentrate nor clear her mind when Anna is talking, and Elsa has a freak out with her powers and blasts Anna with them, hurting her in the process. The duration of Elsa's symptoms have lasted several years, from the time she was 8 years old up until her coronation at age 21. This has caused significant distress and impairment to Elsa and everyone else around her. She doesn't have a relationship with her sister. She lost her parents, and her kingdom fears her, painting her as some monster. This has really stressed out Elsa. These are symptoms of another illness. There wasn't a manic episode or hypomanic episode either. Accuracy and inaccuracy. An accurate depiction of MDD from Elsa was constantly hiding herself away from her sister and the entire kingdom. She stayed in her bedroom for years and years and years until her coronation after her parents died, and she lives in complete fear. She feels hopeless for most of her life. At the end of the movie, an inaccurate portrayal of MDD is that Elsa and the kingdom are saved by the bond between Anna and Elsa in the end. This magically cures Elsa and all her symptoms, which would not happen in real life. How deep and extensive her MDD is, it would take a lot more than just a happy ending for her to magically not have her symptoms anymore. My proposed treatment plan for Elsa would be, due to the extensivity of Elsa's MDD, I would have her consider and try a combination of therapies for different reasons. These therapies include cognitive behavioral therapy to help Elsa overcome negative thought patterns and behaviors like feeling like she's worthless or not good enough. Interpersonal therapy would help Elsa to build back her relationship with her sister and her kingdom. And psychodynamic therapy would help Elsa to understand her past to change her present. With these therapies, I would also include medications such as an SSRI and a typical antidepressant to coincide with each other to help pull Elsa out of her depression because of how extensive and how long she's had her MDD for. And these are my references.